110 million. That's how many people died under communism last century. An impressive number, one that Rolling Stone Magazine.com forgot when it published an article advocating principles that helped fill all those graveyards. The piece called for 1, guaranteed work for everybody; 2, Social Security for all; 3, take back the land; 4, make everything owned by everybody; 5, having a public bank in every state. No, it's not a parody. I thought it was, but it's real. Of course, they left out the methods of coercion needed to keep citizens from fleeing this police state. After all, only the threat of death can prop up a left-wing dream, because no one in their right mind would volunteer for this crap. Hence 110 million dead. But forget this genocidal amnesia. What about the death of Rolling Stone? Sure, they can tell themselves that this stuff is edgy, but it's so old, even older than their brain-dead publisher. You find riskier stories and highlights. Why is that? Well, the article reveals the mag's total subservience to government. The magazine used to give it to the man. Now it bends over and takes it. A change of heart because of who's in the White House now. So when you ask what killed Rolling Stone, it's actually who? President Obama. Once elected, he helped turn a venerable rag into propaganda for force. And he didn't even have to ask them to do it. They did it themselves, like all good cultists would. I blame President Obama for this. Hey, Bob, even this...
And also for the cold weather. Let's not forget that.
Oh, of course.
That's Obama's problem.
He was in Hawaii working the weather machine, the polar vortex.
Right. And he told Michelle, you can just stay back here. It's going to get a little cold out there.
Watch me freeze Middle America as they cling to their religion and guns. Hey, Bob, even
you think that happened?
What?
You think that happened?
That absolutely happened. The Kenyan-born interloper. Bob, even this is too left-wing for you.
Well, but most of it is, except parts of it are not. For example, I think a state bank in every state is a good idea.
Why?
Because it puts competition up against some of these profit-seeking.
Like Obamacare.
Oh, there's not. What is wrong with a public bank? If you want to go to a public bank, go to it.
All
so now you want socialized medicine and socialized finance as well.
No, not socialized.
What's left?
Well, you can't. Does that mean you guys can't compete with a bank? You couldn't.
Is there anything else? Well, I mean, why would you do it?
Why
For what
not?
reason?
Because they don't. Because a public bank would not take a mortgage and slice it into a bunch of pieces and sell it as an investment tool when they know full well it's a lousy piece of business.
Is there something that you're complaining about? A 4% interest rate on a
I'm complaining about every investment bank.
Good Lord! I mean, it's cheaper to do business here than any country on the planet. Are you going to defend
Goldman Sachs? Is that what you're going to do?
No, I'm going to defend our banking system. It works.
Oh, it does.
Our free market banking
really
system
worked
works.
well when it put us in the Great Recession, didn't it?
Well, did it?
What's the alternative?
The alternative is to maybe have a public bank. I also like the idea of trying to figure out a way, like they did in the 30s with Roosevelt, where you could get people who are unemployed to do some public works.
Can I just ask you, how much more public can the public bank be when you spend $1 trillion bailing out the financial system? You have a public bank.
We have public banks.
Right.
The whole system.
The whole system.
This is Fox News alert. Yeah.
Dana, isn't this the kind of thing a kid would write in a high school civics class? I mean, it's actually infantile.
I did think it was a gag.
Yeah, I did too.
I think that he should run for president now while he still knows everything.
Yes, exactly.
That would be great.
He's the guy that's going to make communism work. Yeah, it's killed 110 million people at a minimum, but he can make it work. Kimberly.
Yes.
So people thought this was a parody. Isn't that the worst insult you can pay somebody when you did this on purpose?
Did it on purpose? Yeah, exactly. And I don't understand. We still quarrel about this whole situation. How about keep taxes low? How about keep regulations low? Let's stimulate the economy. What about the rising tide? Let the free market operate. That's actually a proven formula. This other nonsense is just getting us in trouble over time. I don't know why we have to play around with this stuff.
A rising tide in our economy lifts all yachts. There's no question about that.
And boats. It definitely lifts the yachts.
Yeah, sure it does.
And dinghies.
And dinghies. Sure it does.
And surfboards. It lifts those too.
By the way, I think it's probably not fair to equate this with communism. I mean, communism did not have Social Security. They didn't have to take back the land. That's for sure. Public banks that did not have guaranteed work for everybody was not exactly a part of the.
That was part of the dream that wasn't realized.
A dream that wasn't realized. Maybe that's so, but not all of this is a definition of communism.
So can I just point out that 2014, there are two issues there, financial issues that are popping up. One is the minimum wage, and the other one is this income inequality. So President Obama is going to come back from 2 weeks in Hawaii with the family, leave Michelle back behind, cost taxpayers millions of dollars to send Air Force 2 there and bring her back because it's her birthday present. It's a gift. Yet he's going to talk about income inequality. A little bit hypocritical, no?
Yeah, can we show that tape of him actually bashing Republicans for going home for Christmas?
Just a few days after Christmas, more than 1 million of our fellow Americans lost a vital economic lifeline. The temporary insurance that helps folks make ends meet while they look for a job. Republicans in Congress went home for the holidays and let that lifeline expire. And for many of their constituents who are unemployed through no fault of their own, that decision will leave them with no income at all.
Red eye there. Dana, kind of weird after a 2-week vacation to come back and give people grief.
Yes, weird. I also think that they're, on the minimum wage piece, that their policy, I can understand wanting to tackle the issue, but their policy prescriptions are really quite pedestrian, very boring. There's no creativity. And I think people that are long-term unemployed and on minimum wage are being used as political pawns in an election year.
Well, there may be a political response. I'll tell you, let the Republicans keep stopping this unemployment insurance and see what happens to them. It won't overcome Obamacare, but for the Republicans to sit back and try to cut off that money from people who don't have work is absolutely
no. The Republicans said that they would.
Let them try to do
the Republicans said that they would. Bob, that they said that they would extend it as long as it's paid for. But no, and what's going to happen in 3 months?
Okay,
Does anyone really think
let's take out the Pentagon budget. That's fine.
If that's the compromise, is that the compromise that President Obama wants to offer? They're not offering any compromise. The Republicans
aren't offering anything except for more pain to people who aren't in their wealthy set.
We are evil, rich jerks.
Correct.
There you go.
Solved it.
All right.